All right, so I wanted to give some instructions on how to do the classification project. It's easier to do on paper, but we don't have that option, so all the forms you need are online. Your dichotomous keys are in this packet, and on mine it's paper, so I put it into this camera. And yours will be scrolling. I'll be turning pages, you'll be scrolling. Your answer paper looks like this. And then you have these cards. It's also on them. They're literally cards. Now I have copied yours onto one piece of paper, and on one side is the picture of the organism. On the other side is the description. But yours are copied onto a page. So, and again, you'll scroll down. I think the first page is the picture, and then you scroll down for the descriptions. Anyway, all right. So we're going to start out with this. You'll notice that there's a picture on one side, and on the other side, it tells you the scientific name. So you are going to write on the appropriate box. Yours are numbered. The scientific name, under scientific name, the Lycoperidon, or whatever that says. That's the scientific name. Here's the common name. So you're going to write that on the blanks where it asks. A dichotomous key. A dichotomy is when you have two choices, this or that. You go into the store, you want a pair of jeans, you can either get them in blue or black. You have a dichotomy. You have to make a choice between, you can't have both, it's got to be one or the other. All right, so this key, it has number 1A and B. You're going to read those. Number 1A is unicellular, number 1B is multicellular. Well, your card says they're multicellular. So you go with the multicellular. I'm going to slide over here, and it says to go to 4A. So now I'm going to look at 4A and B. Let me scroll this up a little bit. Now I'm going to look at 4A and B and try to figure out what it says, multicellular with cell walls or without cell walls. So it says here, cells with nuclei. So with cell walls, go to 5A. So 5A, multicellular organism with cell walls of cellulose or cell walls of chitin. This says chitin. So your kingdom fungi. So you'll go back to your answer sheet and you'll write for puffball that it's kingdom fungi. Then you're going to turn, you need to find the phylum. So you're going to turn until you find the key to fungi. So there's Archaebacteria, Eubacteria, Protista. There's fungi. Key to fungi. Now, use your card again. Either the fungus body is visible or the fungus body is not visible. And it says here, visible body. It says right on the card, visible body. So visible body, you go to 2A. Then it says, looks like a small cottony mass or a spot. Fungus appears to be spherical, ball-shaped. If you look, it looks like a ball. And if you've ever seen these, it's about the size of a soccer ball. They grow on our farm, and sometimes I think, where have my kids dropped the soccer ball? Way out in the barn lot. Anyway, and it's not a soccer ball, it's one of these. So it's phylum mushrooms. So on your answer sheet where it says phylum, you're going to write mushrooms. Now, notice mushrooms, it doesn't tell you to find the class, and that is because I don't have a key to the class of mushrooms. Some of the phylums will say, like this angiosperms here says see table for classes. If it says see table for classes, you need to find it. All right, so now we're going to go to this bird. Now flip back to kingdoms because we got to find the bird's kingdom. I'm going to flip it over to where I can read about it. So again, it's a dichotomy, A or B. You have two choices. Multicellular, so it's multicellular, go to 4. Multicellular with or without cell walls. Without cell walls, it's kingdom Animalia. So under kingdom, on this bird, the peregrine falcon, you're going to write Animalia. Then you're going to go to the key to Animalia, which I think is the back. And the key to Animalia is 2 pages long, and the classes are on yet a 3rd page. The Animalia one is the longest one by far. Okay, so I know it's animals, so I went to key to animals to find its phylum. 1A, it's either visible or it's not visible. I don't need to read that. I know I can see a peregrine falcon. I don't need a microscope to view it, so it's 2A. Body without organized form, body with organized form. That basically means the animal has organs, like you do. It says here organs present, so it's organized. So body with organized form, tissues and organs. It says body organized. Anyway, it says body organized, and it says organs present, so go to 3A. Matching right and left sides or spokes like a wheel. It says left-right body form, so go to 5A. Segmented or not segmented. It says right here, non-segmented body, so not segmented. 9A. I got to turn the page to get to 9. Worm-like in appearance. I'm thinking that doesn't look like a worm, so I'm going to think not worm-like. 11A or B. Okay, it says body with either an internal or external shell with some tentacles. I'm not thinking that's describing that. Body not within a shell, with an internal stiffening rod or backbone made of cartilage or bone, nerve or spinal cord. If you look here, it says body supported by a bone skeleton with a backbone and spinal cord. So it's going to be, notice, this word is not way over here on the right. It is a subphylum. So you're going to put chordates, and notice it also tells you to go on, because it's only one word of the subphylum. So you're going to go on, and you're going to go to 12A, and 12A says elongated fish-like body, no, backbone made of cartilage, spinal cord present. So it's going to be, the phylum is going to be chordate / vertebrate. It's got a subphylum. If it's a subphylum, the name of it is in the middle, and it still tells you to go on. Sometimes, if you look at this one, it doesn't. It just gives it to you. Now, this one says see table for classes. So I'm going to go, to the table for classes for animals. Well, it was chordate / vertebrate. So here's vertebrates down here, and you need to decide which one of these things describes your bird. Body with an internal skeleton made of cartilage without jaws. I think a bird has a mouth. Body with internal skeleton with jaws, gill slits, and paired fins. I don't think so. Body with internal skeleton made of bone. Body covered with flattened scales. No, and it doesn't breathe through gills either. Body with internal skeleton with bone, mostly covered with smooth skin. Breathes through the skin and lays eggs. Well, it does lay eggs, but it doesn't breathe through its skin. And all this would be said on your card. Body with an internal skeleton made of bone, body covered with dry, scaly skin, breathes through internal sacs or lungs, leathery shelled eggs. That's not true. Here it is, covered with feathers. So it would be class birds. Okay, so then you'd go to your next one. But remember, they're numbered, and when you put your answers in there, it needs to be in the correct box on your answer sheet. All right, let me know if you have any questions.